Today on the Euro, on the 5-minute chart, I'll show you how to do a 3-minute fractal setup on any market, on any time frame. Now, the fractals will be found easily on the 1-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1-hour time frame, dominantly, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to look at simple fractals there, okay? How do you find the fractals? You go to Neil's channel. He'll point them out every day for you. If you find one on his channel or mine, okay, we have a fractal. Hence, we'll pull up a chart in the morning before the market opens, and we start mining, or fractal mining on the fractals. Okay, so over here on a 5-minute time frame. Now again, you can do this on a 1-hour time frame, daily, weekly, monthly, and so forth. It all begins on the 1-minute chart, okay? And here, okay, now the fractals determine a turning point. How many points up or down? We don't know until another fractal appears. So hence, we have a typical growth fractal here, okay? Now, I did point this out yesterday. It did appear, and it did appear the day before, the day before, the day before, okay? So this is a growth fractal, meaning it's going to rise, all right? How far? We don't know. So if you went along around here, all right, you draw your channel to kind of guide you, okay? And we have a channel there. Okay, that's the bottom. And we have one at the top here, okay? So this one here began to break up. You go along here, you put your stop loss hedge here, sell stop times 2. It'll take you out of the long and put you short. Now this particular fractal kept going up, okay? And what we want to do is find the next turning point. The next turning point is another fractal that we found right here, okay? That means that's the top, all right? So if you went along here, all right, we have to wait for another fractal to find the top, and this is it here, all right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all right? Here is A, B, C, D, E, all right? So we have an E here, and we have a G here. So let's put a E here that denotes the bottom, okay? And we have a G here, which denotes the top. Okay. That's decaying fractal. Now, what's going to happen next? Well, we have to wait for another fractal. We found one here, and we found here. Where's the other fractal at? Well, you're going to have to scale the fractals at times to get a better picture. Okay? And what do we have here? We have a typical slider top. Alright, so let's mark that, meaning now the trend continues to go down. Okay, and we can label that very easily. We'll call that A, very typical, and we'll call this B, very typical, and then we have the slider right here. Okay. That appears every day in the market. All right, so let's look back here at our strategy, and what you have here now, you have the bottom, the top, another top, and the market continues to go down. Now, in the absence of fractals, you have chaos. So currently right here in this area here is chaos. So we can't really do too much at that point, okay? Okay, that's chaos. We don't know what's going to happen there. All right. Try to pick a different color here. Call this one orange here. Okay, that's chaos. All right. So what we need to do is, in order to determine the next direction, is to find another fractal. So you have to take time and patience for the fractals to evolve. It may happen in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but all we're doing is day trading to try to get a couple points here. From E to G, that was a good trade, and then going down, you have to keep scanning the fractals to give you direction. This fractal here is saying that's the top here, so you got the bottom, you got the top, you got the top, and now we have to figure out what's going on over here. And the way you do that, again, as I mentioned before, you look at the different time frames, all right? Just for the heck of it, since we're on the 5-minute time frame, we can take a look at the 3-minute time frame. Do we have anything here? Not really. Still chaos, okay? So we can't do anything there. Now we're going to skip to the 10-minute time frame, and you notice the fractals do appear differently in different time frames, okay? The 10-minute time frame, chaos is not resolved, so hence we moved to another time frame. The 13-minute time frame I found is pretty effective, okay? Look, there you go. That is a growth fractal right here. You got a dip, leg down, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E. We'll label that as E. Alright, so we're going to put an E here, assuming now the market is in our favor for a rally. Alright, you take your bands, again, the 3-minute setup. This is not very difficult. Once you find a fractal, you got the top here and you got the bottom here. Alright, so what you want to do is put the channel in. These are your entry and exit points right there, okay? And you go along here, you put a stop hedge here ×2. That will take you out of the long and put you on a short in case another fractal evolves. So what we have here is a clear indication of possibly a bounce up. How far? We have to keep examining the other fractals to see if they will alter or change the course of the euro here. But this is very typical, okay? Again, we can notice the fractal on all markets in all time frames, okay? This is very classic, all right? If we go above G here, that means a lot higher, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear the chart here. Okay. Well, I wonder if I clear the chart, if I'm going to lose everything here. I might. Okay, we'll do it anyway. Say yes. Yep, it did. Here's a new fractal. So you get up in the morning, you see this fractal, or any time during the week. All right, all you have to do is wait for that particular fractal to form, and you have a trade. All right. So if you're beginning, the best course of action is simply to wait for a clearly defined fractal that will give you a map of what the market is going to do. what we're doing, we're mining for fractals. We have a C here, okay, and then we have a D here, okay. Again, the 3-minute setup here, A, B, C, D, and then we have an E here. Right. We have a new fractal indicating a bounce up. After you find the fractal, step 1. If you've been trading the market for years, you would probably have these all memorized. They appear all the time. Okay, this is a typical growth fractal. Okay, that's your entry point there, and what we're expecting. If we break here, of course we can go down, right? How far or when or what hour, I don't know. But in the meantime, we have a growth fractal right here, which is pointing up. Okay, and if we follow that fractal, ideally, if we go above the top of the fractal there, it's going to go up higher. Okay? So, step 1, define the fractal. It has to be pretty clear. Okay, this one is very clear. And you, again, you enter here after the fractal goes in your direction. Again, fractals lag. You need to wait for the fractal to complete. Okay, so the boundary is right here, and what we can expect, again, this is not going to go in a straight line, all right, but we can expect this to happen, something like that, okay. That means it's going up, up, okay. Now, your stop here is going to be near E. Sometimes there may be a throwover, but if it stays in this area here, it should protect you from the trade going long. It'll put you short. So what you do here, alright, you're going to enter a order. Trading is about entering orders too, alright? You simply don't enter a trade and hope and pray it goes in your direction, okay? So what you want to do here to protect yourself, you do this. You put a sell, stop, that takes you out of the long, times 2, they'll put you short. And there you go. So now we have it set up. But again, we're only on a 13-minute time frame. A lot else can happen in the meantime here. What the market's going to do around here. We don't know until we keep looking at the different time frames. That's what make that really big. We don't know. All right. Now, not a problem. All you have to do is, okay, you have to set up here. If you're beginning to trade, only do 1 or 2 contracts. All we're doing is trying to gain maybe 5, 10, 15 points consistently throughout the week. Okay? Again, if you're a swing trader, that's going to be a challenge. So I found it a lot easier to grab maybe 10, 20, 50, sometimes if you get lucky, 100 points. Okay? And if we don't find any fractals here, go to 50-minute time frame. That's not really clear. That's why you have to keep going to the different time frames. This one looks pretty good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 20-minute time frame confirms the 13-minute time frame. So you have to cross-reference the time frames on that particular market. So this is kind of helpful, saying it's going to probably rally, but if we keep going to the different time frames, and we back up into the 1 hour time frame, we really don't have anything there. So hence, you have to go back to the original setup and execute the trade. Again, we're day trading. You can do this for any market, any stock, on any of these markets. And guaranteed, I repeat, I guarantee you will find these similar fractals on all of these markets here. Okay. Likewise, you can do that on options on all these markets. Okay. You can do it on the indexes. Look how many opportunities you have here. Okay. And then that's the euro. Okay, so today, hopefully you have an idea of how to do a 3-minute setup. Again, you pick your particular market here, and then you go through the time frames to find that fractal. What you're doing, you're fractal mining for a fractal, and when it appears, it will resolve chaos, okay, and it'll give you guiding points on how to manage that risk, okay. If the market decides to go the other way, make sure your risk is minimum to 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and if it's not working out beyond 3 points, okay, at times you have to be patient. You have to exit or execute the sell stop here. Okay, so finding fractals is pretty easy here. You have to take time to find the fractals. They're not all going to be the same. They're going to be similar. Okay, fractals are similar. They are not exact. All right, so it's going to take time to recognize the form. Now here we have a typical 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now that would be another 3-minute setup. Now I just found this here today, right? Now you got the top and you got the bottom there. All right, and look what that one did. You could go along here. Alright, and you have to wait for that break. Oftentimes that break is pretty steep, okay? That's a good guarantee that the market is formed. Now above the fractal here, okay, that's another good entry point, okay? At times the fractal will hesitate in the boundaries between the top band and the bottom band. But if you went along here or either here, we can take a look at what happened. Look at that. And that's the top there. Okay? That's on a 1 hour time frame. So, if you're a real hustler, you can catch the fractals on a 1 minute time frame, 20-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, 15. You want to keep your time frame short. That's where the fractals appear, all the way down to the 1 minute time frame. And what you do, you try to match what happened before and you apply it to the current market condition, okay? If we can find another, can we find another fractal here? Again, you have to wait, all right? Let's see, do we have any other known fractals? Again, if you can't find, oh, here's one here too, okay? 3 minutes, we found a fractal, all right? This is not difficult. Look, that's a growth fractal, all right? Again, you find a fractal, you put your bands there, all right? You can go along there with your stop hedge, and that's the top here. That's the growth fractal, all right? Now, as long as the fractal remains in that band, sometimes you have a little throwover, that's a judgment call, and then it'll go down and it'll hold at the bottom band, and let's see what happens. Look at that. That was the bottom. So even if you entered here or entered here, that would take you up to here. Okay. Now, if you gain a couple points, do not be greedy. All right. If you have a good trade, I would probably want to exit since I'm not seeing any more fractals. I want to exit for a profitable decision here. So that would be probably a good entry point. I'm happy with that, and that's the whole key. We're day trading, and we're going to capture the profit before it escapes. Okay. Now the top here, that would be a slider. Again, you have to scale that fractal to get a better picture sometimes. Okay, there it is there. It had a little throw over there, but that's okay. Here's your slider top. Okay, so you have another fractal here. So you mark your fractal. You have to give yourself a little room on this. Okay. That went up a little bit more, so you need a little patience. Here's your slider. Again, we're pointing out setups every 3 minutes here. Okay, that's another one. Let's look back and take a look at the roadmap. There we go. All right, now we got a bottom here. We got a top here. We got another bottom here, and we have a bottom here. Okay, now what happened? Why did the market turn up around here? Okay, the way you can figure that out, okay, is you're going to have to go to your different time frames to find a corresponding fractal. All right, that's on the EUR. So we'll find out what happens Sunday night. This is another growth fractal here. Okay, so we can label that as growth fractal. So now we have two bottoms there. We got one bottom here, and we have one bottom here. So I would expect to bounce, but who cares, because you have your hedge. So if you went long, the sell stop would take you out of the long and put you short. So it really doesn't matter which direction the market does. Okay, as long as you have your fractal. If it breaks the top, it goes higher, or if it holds on the bottom, it goes higher. Okay, if it goes above the top, it's going to go a lot higher. So I think the euro is going to rally a bit here, but again, we're looking, only to take a small profit. Okay, you're not trading for 100 or 1,000 points. Okay, that's not going to happen. You do a trade maybe for 5, 10, a half hour. You manage to stop and you exit. Hank Wernicke from ElliottFractals.com signing off. We'll probably, hopefully, begin on Sunday evening. I'll be looking at other fractals, but today all you simply have to do is look at the chart and you'll find the fractals. Okay, it will take time and practice and effort. Okay, you're not going to learn this in a day. You're not going to learn it in a week. It's like going to a math class. Okay, you're not going to learn everything in one semester. Sometimes you may have to repeat that semester. I mean, that's another 3 months. Okay, it takes a doctor 11 years to learn his craft. Granted, it won't take you 11 years to learn this, but it took me about 11 years to develop what I see here. So we're looking at a visual art form, identifying fractals that resolve chaos when fractal is complete.